Years ago, when I was just a teenager, well, Ken was a teenager as well, he brought me down to Trentham, and we rode over to the island there, in the centre, where that little boat is, and we all got off the boat, and then, when I and my friends were not looking, he got back on the boat and rowed away, and left us on the island, and knowing him, we didn't know when he'd come back. But he did come back, just to... I'm here today to prove that he did come back for me, but he just liked to frighten the boots off me if he got a chance. Naughty boy. Amen. And that's the island. A bit more leafy, actually. But you could see places where you could get off, you know, and go up the embankment sort of thing. And people did do that, but...
How long did you leave you there?
I wouldn't know, Martin, actually. I mean, by the time we screeched a time too. I've no idea. Yeah. And the rowing boats, you see, these are like plastic things, aren't they? Fiberglass. Yeah. And I was with the old-fashioned rowing boats, you know, so you only had to move sideways and you could have been over, yes. I wasn't that brave to go. And yes, you find it. So the statue Martin's picked up now is very, very high up above the trees, even today. And that's the Duke of Sutherland, and all this Trentham Park belonged to him. And when you're travelling along the A34, you've got a very good view of the statue. Very, very tall. But from this angle, really, it doesn't look so impressive, but it's because the trees are all getting taller and taller. Yes. So he's master of all he surveys, and it's changed a lot since his day. I don't know whether he'd approve with it today at all. Apparently they're talking about building the wooden cabins around the lake, and it's going to be a bit like Centre Parks, so I've been told. So it's into money again, isn't it, you know? But people want it, so I guess they'll get somebody in. Yes, yes. Okay? Yes. So give me a ring when you get down here then. We're just looking at it.
Because even though they've got the experience, they drive sell it sometimes.
Ah! More a bit.
They are clever, aren't they? Yeah. Or do you think that's why they've done it? Like, but scarecrow could be scarce ones.
Yes. I'm just getting my feet as I walk towards the old part of the park that I remember well. It's lovely to come back. A lot of work's been done, obviously, on it. So we've just come through the turnstile and paid £5 for a concession ticket. So we're giving our little bit to help to pay for what they've done and doing. And it will be in this area that we launched our boat, wasn't it? Where did we used to have a landing thing? Yeah.
And then there was a train there.
That's right, there was, yes, indeed. And there was that statue along there. I can't remember that. Looks like, I think it looks a bit like that. I don't think it will be Poseidon. Leave that to the Swedes. Where's that, Martin? I just didn't want anybody to come through with a pushchair and snatch it out of my arm. So this is the Trentham I know, with this balustrade all the way along by the lake, and always looked really lovely. So the stones obviously all being cleaned up and polished and new parts redone. And looking to my right, we've got the flower beds and a fountain. So this is, we can stop and read the notices about the restoration and the history of Trentham. The second Duke of Sutherland it was, Martin. Now look, that's the statue in the trees. Did you know a nobleman in the 18th century would have completed his education with a period of European travel? The primary destination of the Grand Tour was Italy, leading to a fashion among the wealthy for all things Italian, hence the gardens. So this is the Italian gardens now. This is new, so there's different plants and flowers that I don't recognise, but some of them very attractive. And these high reeds swaying in the breeze. Yes, and this part here where the balustrades are, the lakeside walk around the lower flower garden, 1898. That's an awful long time, isn't it? Over 100 years. And this is the restoration underway in 2004. Plan of the planting scheme. Yes, it's lovely. You just could spend a lot of time here and just taking it all in, really. It's very nice. The sun's gone now, but it's a nice cool breeze, so it's quite pleasant. And there was always little stones to walk on along here, weren't there?
Yes.
Yes, it's Yes, that's right. Yes.
Freezer bag.
Oh, it's the freezer. It's not one like ours. Perseus and Medusa. We couldn't remember what this was all about, really. And this has been restored, you see. Yeah, the original statue sculpted by Benvenuto Cellini in Florence for the Grand Duke of Tuscany. This replica made by order of the second Duke of Sutherland. Very good, very good. Trentham Gardens Estates by Trentham Leisure Limited now. Now, years ago there was the big hall over there, you see, and a place with the old clock tower. So it's obviously still there. Whether they keep it as a museum, I don't know really. But they were quite elegant. Yes, the building's there, and that white building with the clock. Then there was that one there. I forget all the significance of them all now.
By the doorway where we came, or where we used
The
to
main
come in.
gates.
Yeah.
Yes.
On the left-hand side as we were coming down, there was a white building, a fairly modern building, and that was taken over during the war by the Bank of England.
Oh, it was.
And Raymond.
Oh, Raymond worked there, didn't he? Yes. I mean, they need to have this funded now because the upkeep of all these flower beds are. Yes. We've got a bit of footage of you in a pushchair walking along at Trentham Park with Shirley, you know. Yeah. Do you want them over my shoulder? Oh, my island, yes. Where I was stranded, yes. I hadn't even got my swimming costume to swim back. You know, I mean, to be abandoned like that, and then to go on and marry the man who caused all that pain.
How long did he leave you there for?
Oh, probably 23 hours. No, he didn't go far. He realised he couldn't do without me, so he decided he'd come back. Yes. Oh dear. We had some giggles, but oh, 23 hours isn't far off to this. Oh dear. That headphones there on a stick. I wonder what that's for. What are the headphones? Yes, this is with the balustrades. Oh, you do? Okay. A lot of it's replaced completely. Though, you see those on the top, that's still it's all because the glass is just years of age. I guess, you know, they haven't that statue was very good.
2004 it was renovated.
That's right, yes. It was a lovely place to come. It was quite expensive to come in even in those days, to be truthful. You needed a bit of money in your pocket, Jean.
You could at least see everything because it wasn't so big, was it? Like, you know, all this. At least when you were in, you could see what you wanted.
Actually, this is all there was to see. There was no
Yeah, that's
shop
what I
or
mean. There was
anything
nothing
Oh,
else.
no shops.
And there was the swimming baths, wasn't there? You could go on
Yeah.
the train up there.
You could. You could go on the train alongside the lake or walk.
like that. Yeah.
And it was open air swimming as well, so it was
Yes,
a
that's
white
right.
building and very attractive.
Yes, it was.
And then you could walk all the way around, or you could go on the train. It only went just up one side. It didn't go all the way around the lake, did it?
Yeah.
Just one side. And so you could go on the train and then get off and have a look in the swimming pool and see the people swimming. Then you could walk the rest of the way around there. So it was just so pleasant, you know. Yeah. It was very nice. And then just along the road from here is what we used to come with, as I say, with the lorry. Everybody jumped on the back, didn't they? And we had to sit still. My dad say, "Sit you still back there," you know. Couldn't stand up. But I mean, it wouldn't be allowed today, would it? A lorry with it open backed and all these kids sitting in the back.
Yeah.
Then we went in the gardens, and I remember I only ever did it once. Who's that little girl? And my father was hiding in these ferns, and he called, and we went. I expect our Margaret was hanging on to the back of me, and we went. And then all of a sudden, he jumped out of these ferns. Oh, he frightened me to death. There's no wonder I'm nervous, really. I was abused, you know, as a child. I've had a hard life, absolutely. Yes, yes.
You said he was going to hide it to me.
And here I am speaking on modern day equipment, telling my tales of woe. Oh dear, amen.